Hello, I almost said hello my fellow makeup enthusiasts, but today's video is not about makeup. So hello strangers, hello friends, hello people who are interested in what I'm talking about. Thank you for joining me. My name is Lainey and today I'm going to be talking about clickbait for edible subscriptions. So if you watch a lot of YouTube, as I do, you've probably seen commercials or you've probably seen YouTubers that you like to watch talk about subscription boxes like HelloFresh, Daily Harvest, Marley Spoon. I know that there's another one called Home Chef that I have not tried, but I'm going to stick to the ones that I've tried. So I'm going to be reviewing HelloFresh, Marley Spoon, and Daily Harvest. Now, before I get into this, I need to give you a little bit of background and say that when I was in college, I did a brief stint as a sales girl for what I call a knife cult, that is vector marketing. And so I really have a giant burr up my ass about hard sales or about really obvious sales tactics and about pyramid schemes. And so we'll talk about that in a minute. So just know that if I'm really harsh about the pressure to tell a friend, that is why. But I'm going to try to focus primarily on the quality of the items that you receive in these boxes. And we're going to start with HelloFresh. So the main question on everybody's mind, is it good? Is it yummy? Yeah, I liked everything that I tried. I made I think 6 different recipes. I only had it for 3 separate weeks, 3 non-consecutive weeks, and it was good. It was easy. I think that maybe somebody who has no clue how to cook might run into a couple of problems, even though it's very, very user-friendly. And I think definitely somebody who is an experienced master chef level type person would be frustrated with the simplicity of it. Me personally, I know how to cook. I like to cook, but I don't love to cook. It's not a passion of mine. So I'm right there in the middle. I thought it was good for me. The recipes were easy to follow and everything came out tasting really good. So when I talk about the recipes being easy to follow if you know anything at all about cooking, but possibly frustrating if you know a lot about cooking, you get a picture of what the dish is supposed to look like. Now I'm going to show a picture of the dish that I cooked. So here's the expectation and here's the reality. So it's pretty close. And then pardon the messiness on the back. I'm not going to try to show a close-up, but it basically gives you step-by-step instructions on how to prepare the meal. And I found it very easy to follow. Never had a problem with shipping. Everything arrived with cold packs, and so I didn't get anything that had spoiled by the time I got home, even if it had been sitting on my porch for a couple of hours. Shipping was great. Never had a problem with customer service because I never had any complaints. So all of that is good. But we also need to talk about the pricing. And this is where things get a little bit confusing and possibly shady. So I honestly can't tell how much this box actually cost. It advertises for 80 bucks for a week, and I'm not sure if that refers to 2 meals a week for 2 people or 3 meals a week for 4 people. I'm not really sure. It's confusing. I promise you that I'm a little ditzy, but I'm not a fucking idiot. So if I'm confused, I have a feeling that there are other people out there that are confused as well. So basically, you get on the website, it says it's $80 per week. Here's what I did. I signed up. I gave them my email, I created an account, but then I did not give them the credit card. I did not activate my subscription. And within a couple of hours, I had an email from them with a discount code. So if you hear somebody saying that they have a discount code for HelloFresh, click on the link below. You don't need it because all you have to do is create an account but not check out, and they will send you a discount code. So I'm going to go back to the pricing in just a minute, but in the meantime, I have some notes. I'm going to read you what they offer. They do have a calorie smart plan if you are watching your weight or if you have dietary restrictions. Now, if you are gluten-free or dairy-free, they do have options and they will specify that a dish is gluten-free or dairy-free, but the options are limited. They do definitely have vegetarian options. Again, I wouldn't say that they have a great number of vegetarian options. They have a fair number of vegetarian options, but if you're vegan, you're shit out of luck. They also have a family plan, but the family plan is for 4 people. So if you have a big family, you're also shit out of luck, or you're gonna have to pay double. They don't have any kind of special plan for larger families. Fortunately, I don't have a big family, so that wasn't an issue for me. You can get 2, 3, or 4 meals delivered a week, depending on your needs, and you can switch it up. You can switch up how many meals you want that week. You can skip weeks, and cancellation is super duper easy. But know this. When you cancel, they're gonna harass you. They're gonna be like, come back. We'll give you a meal for this heavily discounted rate. Tell a friend and you'll get another heavily discounted rate. And this is my beef with HelloFresh, with Marley Spoon, to a lesser extent with Daily Harvest, but basically with any of these food subscription boxes. They want you to harass your friends. They're always sending you codes, tell 3 friends and make sure that your friends give them their credit cards. They have to pay or you don't get shit. But if you tell 3 friends and those 3 suckers give their credit cards to the company, then you'll get a discount, or maybe you'll get a free box, something. You'll get some kind of perk. So, to me, this is just a hair's breadth away from being a fucking pyramid scheme. I'm sorry, not a pyramid scheme, a multi-level marketing scheme. The difference is that if the suckers that you hook some other suckers, then you don't reap any benefits from the suckers that your suckers hooked. But essentially, all of these subscription boxes are, in my opinion, way overpriced considering how much you would pay if you just got these ingredients at the grocery store. And then they come down to a reasonable price if you harass your friends. But honestly, I really did like the food. I liked the recipes. It was convenient. Now, most of the time, it's not a big problem for me to cart my ass to the fucking grocery store. But every now and then, if I'm super stressed, if I'm super busy, if I'm not feeling all that well, it is kind of nice to just have a couple of recipes show up on your door. That's cool. But the reason I canceled is because I had paid for 3 non-consecutive weeks and my rates were going up. And so in order to get my rates back down, I was gonna have to start harassing people. And I just won't do that. I'm sorry, that's just not me, and I felt a lot of pressure from the company to start harassing my friends, and I don't do that. So I went ahead and canceled. Also, I wanted to try Daily Harvest, which I'm actually really loving, but I have some things to say about them as well. So as I said, cancellation is always easy, no problem. I did end up unsubscribing from the mailing list because I was getting like 2 or 3 emails from them a day. But when you unsubscribe from the mailing list, that just means that you don't get their random spam that they send to everybody. They will still email you and try to get you back. And that was annoying, but what really, really chapped my ass was when they fucking called me. They called me on the phone and wanted me to rate my experience. And okay, fine. My experience was good. I'm not gonna lie. I said everything was delicious. It was easy to follow. And then they said, how likely would you be to come back? And I said, I would probably come back at some point in the future. I'm trying a different subscription box right now. I'm not really in a cooking mood right now, but in the future, yeah, I would consider coming back for sure. And yes, I would recommend your service to a friend. And I did recommend it to a lot of friends. I just didn't harass them with it. I didn't put pressure on them. If somebody had asked me for my discount code, I would have given it, but I'm not going to force my discount code on someone when they haven't asked for it, because I feel like that is bad manners. So here's how the rest of the conversation went. Yes, I would probably consider subscribing again in the future, just not right now.
Oh, okay. Well, when can we put you down for?
Well, you know what? No. I'll just get on the website and I'll reactivate my account when I'm ready.
Okay, can we put you down for September, October?
So I know this tactic from my brief stint as a sales bitch when I was in college. So what they do is they're telling you, they're not giving you the option, would you like to reactivate your subscription? Yes or no. They're saying, what would you like, September or October? So you don't have the option of saying, no, not right now, even though you've already said, no, not right now. I will get on the website and reactivate myself when I am ready.
Okay, well, can we put you down for the 2 meals a week or the 3 meals per week?
Again, they're using the same bullshit tactic. I used to know the name of it. I'm gonna put the name right here because it's a tactic. So at that point, I said, I'm uncomfortable with this. I feel a lot of pressure from you. Please do not call me again. Click. And to their credit, they have not harassed me anymore. But because of that harassing phone call with that bullshit sales tactic called this right here, I will never resubscribe. So next I'm going to briefly mention Marley Spoon. I don't want to say too much about this service because I had it several years ago. I did really like it, but I canceled it just because I didn't want to pay the extra money. You get it, same thing. You get a really good deal on the first couple of boxes, and then unless you harass your friends, the rates go up, and I didn't want to pay the extra money. So it's been so long ago, I don't have any pictures of the food that I cooked. I don't have the recipe cards, but I have nothing bad to say. It was good. It was really good food. It was really easy to follow, just like HelloFresh. It was good. It was a little bit, I would say that Marley Spoon is a little bit more hoity-toity than HelloFresh because it's Martha Stewart. I get that. That's kind of fun for me because I can be hoity-toity at times. But here's what happened. Recently, I popped onto the website to do some research for this video, and I noticed that they had some recipes that looked really good. In particular, this one looked really good to me, and this one looked really, really good to me. So I thought, I may not stick with Daily Harvest forever, so when I cancel that one, I might come back and give Marley Spoon another try. But here's what stopped me. This fucking message. So basically, I hadn't signed in to my old account, and you can your account is there in perpetuity. No matter how long it's been since you canceled, your account is still there, and you can sign in with one click. So I decided, okay, I'm gonna sign in, I'm gonna explore a little bit more. And before I had signed in, I was able to browse the offerings for the next month. Once I signed in, I got this fucking message right here. So yet again, it's like, if you don't harass your friends, you can't even browse the recipes. And I'm sure that there's some way, in fact, there is a way around it. Just don't fucking sign in, and then you can browse. But if you want to re-up your subscription, you're gonna have, they want you to harass people. No, hell to the no. I don't do that. So last of all, I'm going to talk about Daily Harvest. And I may be a little bit more forgiving of this company because we're still together. Now, we almost broke up because I was tired of paying $70 for 9 smoothies a week. I started out at $45, and then I didn't harass people, so it went up to $70 a week. And when I first looked at it, maybe I'm an idiot, but I did not see that there was an option, that there was the option of getting 6 cups a week instead of 9. I thought that 9 was the smallest amount you could order. Now, apparently, you can order 6 cups a week, which is what I've done, which brings my weekly fee down to $45, which is manageable. And again, I do not order every single week. And yet again, it's really hard for me to tell how much this service actually costs because there's a whole bunch of different plans. You can get a monthly plan where you get a fucking shit ton of cups per month. You can do it weekly. You can choose how many cups per week you want. I guess that depends on how much you yourself like smoothies or how many people in your house like smoothies. And speaking of smoothies, let me state a caveat. They're fattening. So you gotta be careful. So I think I took a picture, so I'll insert a picture. Each cup is 8 ounces, but this serving size is half a cup, so don't be fooled. They can get a little on the calorific side, some of them, not all of them, but the really yummy ones can become quite calorific, especially when you add milk or a milk substitute, which is what I use. I use almond and cashew milk is my favorite. Or if you put yogurt in them, they can become very calorific very quickly, so be careful. Having said that, man, they're good. Oh, they're so good. So today I'm drinking a cold brew smoothie, and they have the main ingredients printed on the back of the cup. Is my lighting interfering? Let's zoom in. I just needed a little caffeine kick today, so that's why I'm drinking this one. My absolute favorite one is the pineapple matcha, and even my cats like that one. So they also have lattes. I went ahead and got this so that I can actually show you how this works. You get 3 lattes per cup. Come on out. There we go. So you get 3 little containers, and you heat this on the stovetop, and then you can either put it in a blender with ice and milk or your favorite milk substitute and make an iced latte, or you can add your favorite milk substitute on the stovetop and heat it up and make a hot latte. I actually right now prefer them iced because I live in Texas and it's like 110 fucking degrees outside, but this is my favorite latte. It is the coffee and cardamom. It's also not particularly calorific in comparison to the chocolate latte, which is delicious. It tastes like hot chocolate, but supposedly it's good for you. Even despite the calorie count, it's got mushrooms and vitamins and natural ingredients, so it's healthy. So even though you're drinking a lot of calories, you can pat yourself on the back for consuming a healthy beverage. Yeah, you just keep telling yourself that, baby girl. They have green smoothies, which I like them when I'm in the mood for them. A lot of people make fun of me for that and they say it's disgusting. I like them. You might not. Order what you think you might like. They also have soups, but be warned, their soups are best served cold. Now, I'm not a big fan of chilled soup. So what I did when I made the soup, I blended it and then I heated it on the stove. And I also added a shit ton of herbs and spices, because when I tasted it without any spices, it was bland as fuck. So I can't really give the soups a glowing recommendation, but if you're a person who likes bland, chilled soups, you're gonna love them. They also offer oat bowls, which just sounds like a big bowl of constipation to me personally, so I've not touched those. And they also have harvest bowls, which are just veggie bowls. I love veggies. I know maybe you don't, but I do. However, don't be fooled by the website. So I'm going to show you a picture of the website photo, expectation, and then the one that I cooked for lunch today, reality. Now, it was really good. I really liked it, but it didn't look that pretty. Let's be honest. And I will say, in terms of harassing you to harass your friends, Daily Harvest is the least offensive of all of the food or the edible subscriptions that I've tried. Do they try to get you to tell your friends? Yes, they do, of course. But they don't drive you crazy with it, or at least they don't drive me crazy with it. Not yet, anyway. So having said all of that, I hope this was somewhat helpful. Please know that I actually recommend all of these if you just want to try them for a couple of weeks, because they are good. Just know that you're going to be pressured to harass your friends. Know that. After this, I'm doing a video on clickbait wearables. I will be talking about Stitch Fix, which is a clothing subscription box. I will be mentioning Thinx period panties, and I will be mentioning Shaper Mint. Yes, I know that if you watch YouTube, you've seen a commercial for Shaper Mint. I'm gonna put some on and I'm gonna show you what they look like. I mean, you won't see me naked or anything, but I'm gonna actually film myself wearing them under my clothes, and I'm gonna show you how much they actually help. So that wraps it up for today. As always, thank you so very much for joining me. If you are new to me, please consider subscribing. If you are interested in makeup videos, I do a lot of those, but I'm starting to do more videos of non-makeup related products. So I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel, join my little family here. It's a very small family, so let's try to grow a little bit. Throw me a pity like, give me some encouragement to make some more videos. Follow me on Instagram, I will follow you back. Very special shout out to you if you were watching this video on the toilet. And until next time, I usually say stay adorably obsessed with makeup, but we're not talking about makeup today, so I'm gonna say shop smart. Shop as smart.